They screaming peace when there ain't no peace. Israel prophesying in the streets. Look at me, the center of attention. Black Messiah coming with a vengeance.
Brother, what's your name, my brother? What's your name? Decoy. I'm Social Levi, right? Huh? Oh, Leroy. I'm sorry about that. My bad. If I ask you a question, what's your nationality? Or what nation are you from?
I'm from my black people.
Okay. But in the job,
I'm from my mom. Feel me?
I feel you. A lot of people saying that. But you ever fill out a job application? Like a job application? You had a job before, right? Okay, when you fill out the job application, what did you put? Did you put African American or you put black? You put African American, right? Is African American really our true nationality? It's just like a yes or no question. Okay, all right, I understand. Because you're a little older than me. Before the 80s, they was calling us Negroes or Afro-American, right? In the early 90s, that's when they start calling us African-American. But you know you cannot find African-American in the Bible, but today you're going to find out your true nationality, all right? If we look on this sign, next to that sign, African-American, which I sold you a little bit, it said Judah. That's what God called you. God called you Judah. God did not call you African-American. But I'm going to prove it to you first. Because a lot of time our people don't believe in the Bible because they don't see themselves in the Bible. You understand that? Go ahead, give me a 1 and 1.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 1 and verse 1.
Listen to what Moses talking to. Read.
These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
Unto all who?
Israel.
So Moses was talking to the Israelites. Now jump to 28 and 15. Now we got the context who Moses was talking to, right? Read.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15.
Read.
But it shall come to pass.
So this is Moses saying, but it shall come to pass. Read.
If thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
If you don't want to listen to what God tell you, read.
To observe.
Read.
To do all his commandments.
To do what?
To do all his commandments.
If you don't want to listen to do God's commandments, read.
And his statutes.
Keep going.
Which I command thee this day.
Same thing Moses taught to our ancestors back then, during biblical time. The same thing I'm going to tell you today, my brother. Read.
That all these curses.
All these what?
All these curses.
So do what?
Shall come upon thee.
And do what?
And overtake thee.
Moses said, you don't want to keep the commandment? All the curses are going to come to you. Let me ask you a question. A curse is a good thing or a bad thing? What? A curse is a good thing or a bad thing? Okay, another word for curse is judgment. Or judgment, good or bad? Okay, let's see if they good or bad. Verse 16.
Verse 16. Cursed shall thou be in the city.
Meaning a judgment in the city. If you look throughout the whole world, right? Who live in the worst conditions? Us. Who? Us. We're so-called black Hispanics in America, right? We.
And cursed shall thou be in the field.
So who's cursed in the cotton field? Meaning that judgment in the cotton field. Who's working the cotton fields? During slavery time. Who's doing it, my brother? Who's doing it? Who's picking up the cotton? The sugar cane. From sunset, from the early morning to late night. We was doing that. You understand that, my brother? The other nation, they wasn't doing it. They was sitting back. You know how bad it got, my brother? They had what? Little kids. What's that sign with the little kid? Right here. Watch this. They had little boys, 6 years old. They're dying. That's our history.
Teach.
But one thing we can't do, we can't be afraid to talk about our history. You understand that? Because Christ said you should know the truth, and the truth will set you free. If we don't come out here, the Israelite, we don't come out here to teach you about your history, how you going to know it? Because in the school system, you know what they're doing? They taking history out. They taking so-called black history out. Out of 12 months, they give us 1 month. So you telling me our history start with slavery? Who were we before slavery? That's what you're going to find out today. Verse 32.
Verse 32.
Read.
Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
Another judgment, another curse means your sons and your daughters going to be given to another people. Who did that happen to, my brother? Us. We can't be afraid to talk about it. Because if we don't come out here and teach, the younger generation, they will never know. Because when they go to school, you know what they say? We was volunteer servants. Who gonna volunteer to work for 400 years? For free? You understand that? Look at America. America is a big empire. They didn't take no dumb Negroes from the coast of Africa to build America.
That's right.
They took engineers, architects. You understand that? They took smart men, lawyers, doctors. You understand that? Let's think about it. When Master wanted his house to be built, we built that. So they think we was dumb. But what they always say, we was some dumb monkeys running around Africa. But nah, they took God-chosen people. You understand that?
Bring it out.
Keep going.
And thine eyes shall look and fill with longing for them all the day long.
So when they took our kids, for example, you have a son, I have a son. The slave master might take both of our sons, send it to what? Mississippi, Virginia, North Carolina. But all we can do is just look. But we can't really do nothing. Hey, sister, my sister, what we doing out here is we teaching you your true nationality according to the Bible, right? If I ask you a question, what's your nationality? You know you're Israelite, right? All right, give me 5 minutes of your time, cause I'm trying to teach that. I'm trying to teach my brother right here, right? Keep going.
And there shall be no might in thine hand.
So after they send our kids to Mississippi for Indiana, did we have power to get them back? Did we have power, like military power back? No, we ain't had no money to buy them back.
Bring it out.
All we could do is just cry all day, be sad, my brother. My brother, when we bring out the scriptures, you gotta have that image in your mind how bad it was. What they portrayed in TV, it was worse than that. It was worse than that. Because, for example, if she didn't want to send her son, you know what Master would do? Smash the baby right in front of her, so that the other slave could be feared. You understand that? That's our history in the Bible. You understand that? Watch this, verse 46.
Verse 46.
Listen up, my brother, go ahead.
And they shall be upon thee for a sign.
What's the day gonna be upon us? What did we talk about earlier? Go back to 15.
Verse 15.
Hey, don't forget that thought. Read.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God,
Keep going.
to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses,
All these what? My sister, don't go nowhere, my sister. All these what?
curses,
What Moses said gonna happen if we don't keep the commandment? Read it again. All these what?
curses,
What? Curses, right? Now go back to verse 46.
and they shall be upon thee.
What's the day? Not day, the day that's going to be upon us. Talking about the curses, my brother, the curse. I'm going to help you out, This might be new to you, but I'm going to have patience with you, my brother. You understand that? Read that again from the top.
And they shall be upon thee for a sign.
It's saying that these curses going to be upon us for a sign. When you think about a sign, what does a sign identify? For example, how do you know this is a car wash? Look behind you, that's fine. How do you know that's a car wash? It got that sign, right? How do you know that's a what? A gas station. They got the sign, right? So the same way the Moses said the children of Israel gonna know who they are is because this curse is gonna be a sign to identify us. So far we picked 2 curses. Curse to the city and the field, your son and your daughter should be given to another people. So far, that proves we what? We're the children of Israel, right? It's not rocket science. If we say 1 + 1 = 2, right? So the curses and the so-called black man equal what? The children of Israel. You understand that? Keep going.
And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed.
Upon thy what?
Upon thy seed.
Upon our kids. You understand that? Read.
Forever.
For what?
Forever.
That's why you see we curse in the city today. That's why it's hard. The white man, the police officer, he could come to your neighborhood, kill your kids, go back to his neighborhood. Get away with it. We see that all the time. It's worse than that. The only thing you see those on TV, you got to think of, what about those who didn't have no camera? You understand that? You got to think about that thing, my brother. Watch this, verse 43.
Verse 43.
Yes, sir.
The stranger that is within thee.
It said the stranger talking about the other nation that are outside these 12 tribes. That's not the so-called black and Spanish and American. Because we are the same people, because y'all went to slavery just like we went to slavery. You understand that? They had 1492, we were 1619. We are the children of Israel.
That's right.
We are the true Israelite according to the Bible.
That's right.
And we could prove it. Read.
The stranger that is within thee.
See, the other nation, read.
Shall get up above thee very high.
Very what?
Very high.
Very what?
Very high.
Meaning that the other nation above us, are we below them today? You got to think about it. How can the other nation come to our neighborhood, set up their shop, and prosper, but we cannot prosper in our own neighborhood? We can't even prosper in their own neighborhood. You see that? The Most High say the judgment, these curses. You understand that? Read.
And thou shalt come down very low.
The Most High said we're going to be down very low. You understand that? At one point, we was high on the earth. But now look at us. The black man already know his true nationality. The black man don't know he's a God on this earth. He's God-chosen people. That's how bad they had destroyed us. You understand that? Verse 48.
Verse 48.
Yes, sir.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemy.
Thy what?
Thine enemy.
The Most High said you're going to be serving your enemy. So what the white man is to us? Is that our friend? Can friends send friends to slavery?
Bring it out.
Can friends take your kids and sell it to another state? Can friends could take your wife at night, rape her right in front of you, you can't do nothing about it? But you got to think about them stuff. That's how bad. That's why today we so messed up in the head.
That's right.
It's a cycle. They always talking about slavery was a long time ago. But look at the effect of slavery. Just look around you. Look around you. Look at the effect of slavery. We got our brothers strong on drugs, baby mama, baby daddy drama, gang banging. All that stuff is the effect of slavery.
Bring it out.
We ain't never received no therapy. A lot of time, right, when we talk about it, but they ask how, we don't know why we might have one of our kids acting up in school, right? But we don't know all that effect from generation to generation to generation. We still suffer the same curses to this day.
Teach.
Let me ask you a question. How did, keep going. I'm going to ask you next. Keep going.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemy.
We should serve our enemy. We know the white man, the Chinese man, the Arab man.
Read. Which the Lord shall send against thee.
Who sinned against us?
Which the Lord shall send against thee.
The Lord sent these other nations against us because we didn't want to serve them. You understand that? Read.
In hunger.
And what?
In hunger.
If you want something to eat, where do you go buy it at? Like number store. Gas station. Who own the gas station? Do we own it? Arab, our enemies. Like, do you go to Walmart? Or do you go to Kroger? Sometimes. Who own that? The white man owned that. Really?
And in thirst.
And water. Water's supposed to be free from the sky. But they make us pay what? A water bill. A water bill.
Bring it out.
Water's free. But they make us pay a water bill.
Bring it out. And in nakedness.
And what?
Nakedness.
My brother, we teaching our nationality. Pull over, my brother. Stop right quick. Keep reading. Keep reading.
And in nakedness.
If you want something in the world, where do you go? Yeah, if you want something in the world, where do you go? Huh?
Clothes shop.
Okay, you go to a clothes shop. My brother, if you want to buy clothes, where do you go get the clothes from? Like name a store. Oh, what about when you used to go shopping? That's fine. Like okay, like for example me, if I want to go buy clothes from Walmart, who owns Walmart? The white man, right? Read.
And in want of all things.
It don't matter what you want. You gotta go to your enemy. You want education. Whose school system do you go to? The white man.
Bring
right?
it out.
You want religion. us the Bible? Huh?
I like to talk to you.
No, I'm the teacher. You can talk. You can ask me a question if you want to. Who do we go, my brother? The white man, right? Watch this. Read.
And he.
And what?
And he.
Should do what?
Shall put a yoke of iron.
Upon thy what?
Upon thy neck.
Did that happen? Did we have chain on our neck, my brother? Did we have chain on our neck? Did we have chain on our neck? Today, black man, you can't be afraid to say it, because that's our history.
That's right.
Give me a fact. Hold that. Give me John 8:32.
I want to go to Genesis.
You know, brother, right now what we doing, we teaching on nationality. How can I go to Genesis, talk about deep stuff, when we don't understand our nationality? Because if I ask you what's your nationality, what you going to say, my brother?
If you go to Genesis.
Brother, what's your nationality, my brother?
I'm an Anunnaki.
You a what?
Anunnaki.
Explain that to me.
Look it up.
Read that for me, John
The book
8:32.
of John, chapter 8 and verse 32. And ye shall know the truth.
Where say ye should know the truth, my brother? Read.
And the truth shall make you free.
The truth shall set us free. So today, teaching your nationality going to set you free. You're not going to call yourself a black man no more. Because black just a color. You're not going to call yourself African American. Because that came from two white men. You understand that? Go back to Deuteronomy. Where was that?
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 48. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
We had the yoke of iron upon our neck. We can read now. The thing is, they thought that we would never learn how to read. But we can read now by the grace of God.
That's right.
Read.
Until he have destroyed thee.
Are we destroyed today? Are we destroyed today, my brother? We destroyed mentally. Because if I ask 5 different black men what's their nationality, one gonna say black, one gonna say African American, one gonna say Jamaican, Haitian, etc. You understand that? Another way we destroy, gangbanger. When I see my brother right here, I'm supposed to see a God in my brother. I'm supposed to see a God in you, right? You're a king on this earth. But first thing, when a black man see another black man, what did he do? Let's be honest. Trying to fight, mean mugging. You understand that? But when we see the other nations, we're like, yes sir, yes sir, no sir. Let's be honest. Today is 2021. It's time for all that lies to stop. You understand that? Verse 68. How did we come to America? Did we walk to America? Did we walk to America? What form of transportation? What's form of transportation? And if you don't know, that's fine. I'm gonna ask my sister across the street. Hey, my sister, how did we make it to America? Yeah, did we walk to America or how? By what form of transportation? On what? Say that again, sister. Is that in the Bible? Watch this. Get that from me.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee
unto what?
into Egypt again.
Unto what?
Into Egypt again.
The first time we was in Egypt when we left with Moses, we walked. When Moses split the sea. You understand that? But God said, I'm going to send you into Egypt again. Well, let's see what Egypt means according to the Bible. Read that from me.
The book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 2. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee
out of what?
Out of the land of Egypt.
Out of what?
Out of the house of bondage.
Out of what? Read that. Keep going, soldier.
Out of the land of Egypt.
What Egypt mean, brother? Read that, brother.
Who wrote the Bible?
Out of the house. Who wrote the bondage?
This is God's word. This is God's word.
No.
This is God's word. This is God's word. Keep on. Read that again. We ain't paying attention to him. Keep going. We're going to teach our people today. Read.
The book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 2. I am the Lord thy God.
You heard that? God said, I am the Lord thy... My brother. Pay attention, my brother. Pay attention. Read.
Which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt.
Out of what?
Out of the land of Egypt.
God said he brought us out of the land of Egypt, but let's see what Egypt means.
Out of the house of bondage.
Out of what?
Out of the house of bondage.
What Egypt mean, according to the Bible?
How much you get paid?
What Egypt mean?
How much you get paid?
No, read it. You're all right. We're going to take it slow with you. Don't worry about him. Read it again. We're going to make sure you get the sense today. All right? I know you got to go. Just give me like another 10 minutes of your time, all right? Go ahead.
I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt.
Out of what?
Out of the land of Egypt. Out of the house of bondage.
Another word for Egypt is bondage, meaning that's slavery. Go back to Deuteronomy 28:68.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Into slavery again.
With ships.
With what?
With ships.
With what?
With ships.
The sister just said it earlier. We come here on boat, slave ships. They're right here. They pack us like sardines. A lot of our ancestors, they died on their way here.
Bring it out.
Millions of our ancestors died. Get what they always say? Just forget about slavery. Just forget about slavery. But it get worse than that. Read.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee.
Same way God said it's going to happen, it didn't happen. It's in the history books. Read.
Thou shalt see it no more again.
We're not going to see our homeland again. Read.
And there.
And when you get to America or to the island, read.
Ye shall be sold.
Unto your what?
Unto your enemies.
Unto your what?
Unto your enemies.
God said we're going to be sold unto our enemy.
Bring it out.
$2, $3 sold. You understand that? Read.
For bondmen.
For what?
For bondmen.
Slave men. Read.
And bond women.
Slave women. Were we slave men and slave women on this country? Yes. Read.
And no man shall buy you.
Dr. King tried to save us. He's gone. Malcolm X trying to save us. He's gone.
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.